double unders. That's something that a lot of people have been struggling with for a long time. They just came out on the open recently again. And so we're just gonna go through it and just go through a couple of drills that I've done that help me and that I've seen that work with my clients. So tip number one before going to do double unders, warm up, okay? Especially if you haven't done volumes on the jumping rope and everything, if you start jumping for minutes over minutes over minutes, you're definitely gonna feel that the day after, okay? So always make sure you warm up first. Warm up I like, easy, just 5 minutes on the rower, on the bike, or running, just something that gets me sweaty, gets my heart rate going, and then I'm done. After that, maybe something a little bit more specific. You can do this against the wall or standing on a plate. One that I like, just on the floor, okay? I'm just gonna stretch my calves for a few times, or you can go with one foot on top of the other, but just anything that get your calves and your ankles ready for jumping, okay? Something I usually enjoy to do is just also a few squat, jump up and down, just to make sure that my whole lower body is ready for double unders. And then, if you need to practice, these are some of the drills that I found really useful, because sometimes people have a hard time to connect the jumping with the hand. So it really helps to break it before we put it all together. So something very easy to start with is you have a line in front of your feet, just jump back and forth, keeping your eyes straight for 10 to 20 times. The goal here is keep your eyes straight, stay relaxed, and try to never step on the line, okay? You see a lot of times people doing double unders and walking around the gym. You don't want to do that. The more you move, the more you do, the more energy you're going to spend, okay? So this is going to teach us to stay on the spot, to stay relaxed, and to keep our eyes forward. What you can do after this, same thing, but side to side. Stay relaxed, and while doing that, you're gonna start to warm up. As you can hear from my breathing, 10 steps, 10 jumps, I'm already out of breath, but you're gonna start to warm up, your body's gonna start to get ready, you're gonna start jumping, so you're gonna get you into the mood for double unders. Something you can do, same with split legs, okay? So this is very basic. You can do a couple of rounds of 10 to 20 reps. After that, one thing that I like that makes it a little bit trickier is you take 4 different squares and you're gonna still look in front and jump. Front, side, back, side. Front, side, back, side. Also here, the goal is to always step on the tile, but never on the line. Always look forward. And the thing is that a lot of people will start to get tense here. You wanna learn how to relax, okay? So you just look forward, and you just keep on jumping in circle to make sure you can stay in the spot and you're relaxed upper body. You can do 5, 6 rounds one side and then onto the other side. So what we did until now was very low jumping, okay? So all we did was very low, and we're gonna keep on going like that. So very low jumping, but now we're gonna start to use the hands as well, okay? So we're just gonna start tapping. So one low jump into one tap. This would basically be a single skip. So you jump. What we want to focus on now, tapping when we're at the top of the jump. It's happened many times that people tap way at the bottom, but we want to tap when we're up in the air, okay? Second thing is maintain what we've tried before. So make sure that when you jump, you don't start to move around the gym, okay? Always in one spot. You can even mark one tile, make sure that you're always in it. Second thing, we just need a wrist. We don't need a whole arm, okay? If you try to do that with the whole arm, it's too much. It's a lot of effort, okay? So all we need is just one tap. So we now have to progress towards a double under. So how do we do that? We need to jump a little bit higher, okay? So we'll work on the footwork first. We got the hang next, and now we're gonna work on the feet again, okay? So what we're gonna try to do now is same thing, but we just jump a little higher. So the focus is gonna be on the jump, and we're still gonna have that rhythm of the single skip, but we're just gonna try to jump a little higher. So if this is the single, this is the double. Nothing changing my upper body. The only things that change is that I spend more time up in the air. I always suggest people to do, 20 to 30 reps comfortably before moving into another one, okay? So if you manage to do this high jump, one tap, then we're gonna actually start to practice the double under. The double under is gonna be a high jump with a double tap, okay? It should go into your head like a song. So you have like this ta-dun, ta-dun rhythm, that you want to try to keep and memorize and have that rhythm translated when you're going to go into the rope. So, same spot, jumping high. Nothing changed. Jumping is the same. I just stay up a little bit longer and my wrist work a little bit faster. Even more here, you'll see that if I start to involve my arms much more, it's impossible to double tap. I do one and then I'm done. While if I just work with my wrist, it's very easy to find that tazan rhythm that we want to have. Okay, so ideally the less you do on a double under, the better off you are. So this is the foundation. This is a double under without a rope. Okay, so you need to be able to do this if you want to transition onto the double unders. Another drill that is out there that I don't use much, mainly because my rope is not great, but it would be to pretend to do double unders and have the rope on the side. So you can still simulate doing double unders, but what happens is that your rope just go into a full mess. That's why I don't do it, and that's why I do it more with the tapping. Now, you manage to jump, you learn how to jump, you learn how to tap. We need to get double unders. So, the most important things when you start to actually go for double unders is don't think you need to get 100 at a time. When you start back squatting, you didn't went from empty barbell to 100 kilo. Same here, you're not gonna go from 0 double under to 100. The goal is 1. Okay, so you're gonna start to get ready. You can do a few single skip if you wanna go first or going straight into a double, and you're just gonna focus on 1. So we go through single skip, 1. Once you can do that for 5-6 times, you always hit 1, then you can start to have 1, and keep on going on the single, and another 1. So you're gonna start to first double under and rest. Then double unders, back into the single, double unders, back into the single, double unders, until you can accumulate a decent number, like something you feel comfortable. It's like, okay, I got a hang of this. What's next? 2 double unders. So you're gonna start with a single, and then you're gonna go into a double. You're gonna do 2, then once you can do 2 all the time, you're gonna do the same as we did before. So you're gonna do 1, 2, back on the single, 1, 2, back on the single. Next up, 3. So you're gonna try to do 3. Once you can do 3 and stop every time, you're gonna do 3, back on a single, 3, back on a single. Ideally, after you do 3, 4, that's when you start to get them. So after you start to do that, you don't have to do like this for every number. It's like, okay, 16 and single. No, after you do that, you should be good to go. So start with small number. You don't need to aim for like 100 straight away. Make sure you can always do 1. Every time you pick the rope up, you can do 1. When you can do that, make sure you can do 1 and go back into single. When you can do that, make sure you can do 2. When you can do that, make sure you can do 2, back into single, back into 2. And so on until you build up until like 5 or 6 reps. And then you can actually start to build more consistent sets. Now, you might get frustrated. We've all been there. Things that don't help. Throw the rope on the wall and hate everybody. That's not going to help. The best way for you to do it is, if you go out of rhythm when you try double unders, the best way to do it is put the rope down, go back, breathe, jump, and rememorize that rhythm. And it's like, okay, I got it. Back on the rope, back again, okay? It makes no sense to just stay frustrated and be tense, because the more you tense, is what we said before, the more you're probably gonna bring your arms up, the more you're gonna be stiff, and that doesn't help. Double unders should look effortless. So here's how a few double unders should look like. Let's hope I'm not gonna mess these up. So, I'm always in the same spot. I'm looking in front, I'm breathing, and it looks effortless. Not because I'm particularly good, but because if I do more, I'm just gonna trip. Okay, so I just wanna do the bare minimum to get the most results. So my arms are very relaxed, and the same movement I did before with the tapping is the same movement that I do now with the rope, okay? So try to use this as a 3 to 5 minutes warm up, 3 times a week. You're gonna get them within a month, I promise you. If you do so, shoot me a DM, but I'm going to stop because every video starts with a normal gray t-shirt and then within 5 minutes I'm super sweaty. So that's it for the day. Keep practicing. If you need help, let me know. And if you managed to get double unders because of this video, also let me know. Have a good one.